Jai Gurdatta. The divine information I heard from Sri Mohanjada Guruji, who teaches Agnihotra, from his speeches, whatever the information I heard, I just wanted to share with everyone. There are different topics that Guru Shakti, about Guru Shakti, and also about Guru Mantra, and some more different topics. The important information which I collected while listening to his speeches, I just wanted to share with all of you today. So Guruji always suggests us to stay on disciplined life, like doing morning and evening Agnihotra, and chanting Guru Mantra in our heart at all times by focusing our attention on our Sadguru's lotus feet. And also he suggests all Sadgurus are equally powerful. Some people will do Guru hopping and shopping, thinking that this Sadguru is more powerful than that Sadguru, but that is not the truth. All Sadgurus are equally powerful. So some people will do Guru hopping and shopping, but that is not the right way to do. We needed to stick to one Sadguru and needed to follow his teachings and need to have unshakable faith in one's own Sadguru. It's okay to go have darshan of different forms of Sadgurus, because at the end, the forms are different, but the Guru Shakti, Guru Parampara, everything is one and the same. It's okay to go have their darshan, but at the same time, when we go have different form of Sadguru's darshan, we needed to have our Pradhan Sadguru in our mind, and when we bow to that form, we should think that we are praying to our Sadguru itself. So that is the right way to do. Though we may go to different places, when our Pradhan Sadguru gives us an opportunity to go have their darshan, that's okay to go have their darshan. But even when we are having their darshan, we need to look our Pradhan Sadguru in their form as well. We needed to be Ekalakshya, that is single focused mind. Being with one's own Sadguru's teachings, also chanting Guru Mantra at all times in our heart. When we are on our disciplines without fail, Sadgurus will take care of us even when we were to fall down at any point in our lives. Sadgurus do not allow us to fall as we are being very consistent with our disciplines. Also, Guruji tells us, whatever we wanted to address, it's good to address the message in a short, meaningful form. Because he gives an example. When we release an arrow from the bow, once it's released, then we don't have any control over that arrow. In the same way, once we say something inappropriate, then we cannot take it back. Hence, it's always advisable, whatever we wanted to address, it's good to address the message in a short, meaningful form. If we stay consistent with this practice, we will improve our awareness. Also, we will see drastic changes in our lives as much as the awareness gets increases in our lives. We will get close to the path of liberation as well. When things are not under our control, this is again another topic. When things are not under our control, what do we need to do? Guruji suggests us to do what is in your control, following the disciplines and chanting Mahamantra, that is Guru Mantra, with single point focus at all times. That will itself purify our body. Next, the topic is Guru Shakti. We can conquer anything only with the grace of our beloved Sadguru. Sometimes we may think we gained all this knowledge by reading divine books, but that is not the truth. What Sri Mohanjadav Guruji says, one can gain divine knowledge even if it is by reading divine books, can happen only upon their Sadguru's grace. Guruji, Agnihotra Guruji, Mohanjadao Guruji always suggests in his speeches, nothing uh, can be possible when we have Sadguru's grace upon us. And also at the same time, we cannot learn anything, or like the spiritual knowledge that we gain by reading books, or by listening to pravachanam, anything. We can only understand a little bit by doing all that sadhana. But when we have tremendous Sadguru's grace upon us, we will be able to understand the roots of that knowledge, the depth of that knowledge we'll be able to understand. Otherwise it's not possible. So Guru Shakti is really really something beyond explanation. So when Sadguru accepts us as his Shishya, Mohanjadao Guruji says, then he takes the Sadguru, whoever accepts us as his Shishya, then that Sadguru takes tremendous responsibility of us. Hence, we needed to do what we can do and leave the rest at Sadguru's lotus feet by following our daily disciplines. That whatever one's own Sadguru suggests, for example, if the Sadguru suggests us to read something or chant some mantra or chant some stotra, we just needed to stick to that teachings, stick to his teachings, and we needed to follow that forever in our lives. That is nothing but we are staying on our disciplines. It's not like as and when we wanted to do, we can do. It's not like that. We have to do in every situation, in every circumstances of our life. That is called following the discipline. So when we are able to do that, then Sadgurus never allow us to fall. Even if the things are not going great in our end, they always lend their hand to hold us. So we don't need to worry about other things. When we follow the disciplines with sincerity, with good devotion and unconditional love towards our Sadguru, that is most important while following the disciplines. It's not like the rituals that I have to do. We should take out such kinds of attitude from our mind, and we needed to do everything that the Sadguru suggested us. We needed to do with unconditional love towards him. Then only we'll experience the great results in our lives. So that's what this Sri Mohanjadao Guruji says. When Sadguru accepts us as his Shishya, then he takes tremendous responsibility of us. Hence we needed to do what we can do and leave the rest at Sadguru's lotus feet by following our daily disciplines. Also, for a married woman, when we offer our everyday prayers, all our parivar gets included. That means our husband, children and the family. We needed to give our best in every moment of our life and live in present moment, because we do not know what is going to happen in future. Hence it's waste of time draining our energy thinking about future. Rather, it's good to live in present and try to give our best. Guru Mantra. About the topic again, the next topic is about Guru Mantra. So what I heard from his speeches regarding this topic, Guru Mantra, is one should chant constantly at the tip of the tongue in such a way their inner ears must be able to listen to that Maha Mantra at all times. This helps for our inner purity, as well as it's a great protection to us from our beloved Sadguru. Hence, negativity won't be able to reach us. Also, this will help us to build strong bonding with our Sadguru. At the same time, we will be able to realize our Sadguru's Shakti while chanting that Guru Mantra. Also, while chanting, this is something I read from Samartha Ramadasa Swami book written by Sri Vittal Babaji. While we are chanting the Guru Mantra on and on, we'll be able to realize the Sadguru's Shakti while chanting that mantra. Also, while chanting that mantra, if we recollect our experiences, so far beautiful experiences with our Sadguru, that will help us to increase our love, faith towards him. Whoever chants Guru Mantra continuously, every breath at all times, this is something I again heard from Sri Mohan Jadhav Guruji's speeches in this Guru Mantra topic. So when we constantly, continuously chant Guru Mantra in every breath at all times, for those, whoever does like that, for those, the inner purity starts developing, like it purifies our body and the subtle body. Subtle body is Sukshma Shariram. And all the stored impressions in the subtle body, all the fears that stored in the subtle body, the samskaras over millions of lifetimes that we acquired, everything gets purified only by chanting Guru Mantra every breath at all times. Hence, eventually, we will completely surrender to our Sadguru with pure love, and our heart will be filled with divine love. Then there is no place for attachments, fears, anxieties. The heart will be filled with pure divine love. Once we start chanting Guru Mantra by focusing with good commitment and discipline, it will give us great results in our life. When we keep a goal in our life to reach God or merge into our Sadguru's lotus feet, then we needed to chant Guru Mantra continuously at all times in our heart, and by doing this with great commitment and discipline, then we can merge into our Guru's lotus feet in this birth itself. But we needed to but this is not that easy as we say, but only with Sadguru's tremendous grace, also with our unconditional love towards our Sadguru and unshakable faith towards our beloved Sadguru, one can do that in this life. Otherwise, it may take several births to achieve that. The love we show towards our Sadguru with pure heart will itself take us to achieve everything. Also, we needed to be very careful by following the virtues as well while doing this Guru Mantra chanting. And the next topic is about kids. What I heard from his speeches in this topic is one of his devotees asked some questions, and the answers that Guruji gave to those questions, I just collected all the information and put it all together in this about kids topic. So we all have our fears, concerns about our kids' welfare, future, and things of that nature. Once I heard from Guruji's speeches, he suggested to his devotees, when they asked Guruji's guidance in regards to parents' concerns towards their kids, Guruji said, parents are assigned babysitters to the kids who are blessed by Paramatma. But Paramatma is responsible for every living being on this earth. Hence, he is responsible. Being parents to our kids, we needed to tell the kids, in case if they don't listen, hundreds of times what is good for them until they fall. That's all we can do. But the rest, everything will be taken care by Paramatma. And the next topic is about the meditation. So, Sri Mohan Jadhav Guruji's guidance in regards to meditation. When we meditate on Omkaram, we will experience good vibrations in our body. In order to do that, we needed to sit straight, needed to lift our face slightly up, and needed to start chanting Om in a right rhythm. Guruji also mentioned, we will be with you, like Sadgurus will be with you when you are practicing your meditations. Also, when we are doing everyday Agnihotra, at that time also Sadgurus will be with us in Jyoti Swarupam. That's what he always mentions in his speeches. I believe all we need to have is certain discipline, determination in our lives, and from there we will get all the required guidance from our Sadgurus. That's what I think after listening to his speeches. Coming to this Omkara meditation guidance, When we call someone with their name, how a person responds to us in the same way. When we say Om in a right rhythm, it's like calling Paramatma. Then the Paramatma will come to us and we will then experience good vibrations with his presence. Guruji suggested us to try meditating on Omkaram and experience the vibrations. And the next topic is about Mrityunjay Swahakar. People often think whether Gayatri Mantra is powerful or Mahamrityunjay Mantra is more powerful. So he is suggesting everyone, but all these mantras are powerful. When we chant Mahamrityunjay Mantra, that gives us good results, but Guruji suggests doing Swahakar every day. That means while chanting this mantra, we needed to offer little ghee in the fire, which will give more results, and needed to do it with pure heart without expecting anything by doing it. When we do this during the day, all the positive vibrations will reach each cell of our body, and wherever we go, once after doing Mahamrityunjay Swahakar, the energy cells will stay with us all day long. In order to do Mrityunjay Swahakar, one must do Agnihotra. Without doing Agnihotra, we are not allowed to do Mrityunjay Swahakar. So Guruji also suggested this to kids as well. When kids are not listening to their parents or getting poor grades in their studies, then once their parents help the kids to do Mrityunjay Swahakar, within short time they will be able to see drastic changes in their kids. Like the kids' thought process gets changes. They will get better with their intelligence, clarity of the mind, willpower, confidence levels also increases. All these are linked to one another. And once they develop all these, there is no place for fear or negativity. And the question and answers. While listening to Guruji's speeches, I heard some of his devotees' questions after the satsang, and Guruji answers to those questions. I'm going to share the information here. The first question is, when everything goes good, then our state of mind will be happy and be able to follow the disciplines. But usually, when situations are not favorable to us, our mind won't be in a right place to offer any prayers, as the mind keeps on thinking about the future and won't be willing to follow our everyday spiritual disciplines. How to overcome this problem? Guruji's answers. Sadguru will always observe us, and if we continue to stay on our disciplines, especially during our hard times of our lives, then our Sadguru will feel very happy about our Nishtha. And he will appreciate that my children are following their discipline even during their difficult times of their lives without any distractions, and showers his grace upon us. Hence, it's always good to continue our disciplines even during our difficult times. Once we develop unconditional love by practicing disciplined life in all circumstances of life, then Sadguru will always be with you, and everything will come together at right time. And the second question. Another devotee asked, once I feel sometimes my soul is guiding me, like this is correct, this is not correct. So my question is that the soul guiding or is just my assumption? So Guruji said, whoever does selfless service and follow the virtues carefully, they will get close to the Paramatma. This is cleansing process to the soul. Once the cleansing process starts, then the soul starts guiding us. And another topic is experiencing miracles. On this topic, Guruji said, do not get wrapped into those miracles, yet try to transform in your life by carefully following virtues to go more close to the Paramatma. The last question by a devotee. In the beginning, when I wanted to focus on Guru Mantra and meditate on that, it was very difficult. But I have been practicing it since 3 months and now I'm experiencing complete joy. Then Guruji said, Starting days when we sit and wanted to meditate, during that time so many thoughts starts coming, like positive, negative, ugly thoughts will come, because in our subtle body, that is sukshma shariram, in that subtle body we will be having our so many birth impressions, that's also called as samskaras. They will all disturb us. The more you get angry or get disturbed, the moment you realize these thoughts are disturbing you, then you are giving more importance to those thoughts and empowering them. Instead of focusing on those thoughts, you can start simply chanting the mantra with a rhythm. Guruji gave an example that day, like Ram, Ram, Ram. So, what happens is when we chant the mantra with a rhythm, so that all our focus will go on to the pronunciation of that mantra and the rhythm of the chanting flow. Hence, due to lack of attention to the thoughts, also due to lack of energy, they will stop bothering us. Also, the power of the Mahamantra is it will transform all these negative thoughts, ugly thoughts into the positive side and will be filled with positive vibrations. And this is just part one, and I will try to do the remaining speeches information in part 2 video. Thank you so much for following my videos. Jai Gurudata.